So since I originally recorded this video, some of my opinions they haven't changed, but I've gotten a much clearer idea of how I feel about Friday the 13th. The first video was me going off on the developers and the game and how buggy it is and how so many people have been having server issues and the launch was brutal and the price and all that stuff is still very relevant to me. But I think the biggest issue that I have with this game is the price model and some of the excuses that I've heard from some people in the community. So there are people in the community that keep bringing up the fact that this game has one game mode, 3 different maps, and it's being charged $40 on Steam. It was kickstarted and it launched in a very piss poor state. And the video that I made originally was talking about how the developers are incompetent and they took the Kickstarter money, and I feel like they did the Kickstarter backers a disservice, they did gamers a disservice, and I feel like they dropped the ball, and I still do. Some of the things that I've heard kind of counteracting my stance was the fact that this was a team of 4 people working on a licensed game like this, and they're doing their best. And while I can respect that opinion, that stance, that side, I feel that because it is a 4-person team and because they dropped the ball and maybe didn't have the resources that we would have liked them to have, I feel like the game then should have been priced accordingly. But because they were using the Friday the 13th license is the reason they had to pay back that licensing cost, and they have to do it by charging us the $40 for a game that came absolutely broken on launch. Yes, they've released patches, and yes, they've addressed the community. But I think at this point I am completely fed up with the idea of putting something out there and then patching to fix it later. A lot of people's problems with the game came from the server issues, and from what I've been told, they had an open beta and they only had 5,000 people play, so they tried to adjust, and I believe they went and they put servers up for like 30 or 40,000, and then they got bombarded 100,000 the first day, and it blew the fuck up. Now, I can understand that, but at the same time, it's frustrating because I know that they went and approached a lot of streamers to play this, and they went on a huge marketing campaign push on Twitch. And I feel like when you do that, you need to expect a lot more than whatever it is you're expecting to get. And I feel like, yes, they dropped the ball on it. Yes, it is their fault. And yes, I am going to blame them for that. Now, fortunately for me, I never had a lot of server issues. It was actually really good. The brief time that I played about 4 games just to get a first impressions, and I'm not impressed. I think the game is buggy. I think it's clunky. I think the audacity to charge $40 for this, for the product that we received, is absolute garbage. And for me, what frustrated it on top of everything else was the fact that I was a Kickstarter backer. They gave me a press key. I gave away my Kickstarter key. I kickstarted this. So now there's another level of disappointment on top of everything else. The game, it feels rushed. Like, you look at the character models and it just looks like it just looks like a budget, broken, unpolished game. And while people can find some fun with that and people can find some value in that, $40 to pay back the licensing just does not sit well with me at all. And the fact that you're charging to pay back the license and you released it in this state with the game's bugs and the connection issues, it's inexcusable, is basically what my original video was trying to say. It's inexcusable and it's disappointing from somebody who backed the original idea and backed the original team. Now, the Kickstarter's on me. I eat that every single time that happens. You know, so I'm not sitting here saying, you guys fucking destroyed my trust in Kickstarter. No, that's on me, okay? But you are solidifying the fact that Kickstarter projects are no longer a viable option. There are games coming out like Ashes of Creation. I'm really excited about Ashes of Creation. It's a new MMO and it's on Kickstarter. I don't want to back it at all because my positive victories on Kickstarter versus the negative ones, the negative always outweighs, and this is another notch. My whole point is if you are a 4-man team without the resources to create a proper, polished experience, that's okay. But price it accordingly. Don't put the mishaps and the mistakes on us at a $40 charge to pay back a licensing fee. I think that's a scumbag thing to do. And I really understand a lot of people's frustrations. Now, that being said, I know that there are people that are enjoying the fuck out of this, right? So I'm curious to know what you guys think of the game. I am not a fan of it at all. Like, I'm just not a fan. It feels rushed right off the get, and I don't want to support something like that. I don't want to play it. I don't want to fucking stream it. I don't want to do anything about it. But I want to know what you guys think. Are you enjoying the game? Have you played the game? Friday the 13th is one of my favorite movie franchises of all time. I've watched every single one multiple times back when they were on VHS and you could rent them from video stores. I'm so done with this. And it's unfortunate to me because, like I said, I did back the original idea. And I don't think they executed. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I want to give a shout out to all my Patreon supporters, all the Twitch guys who are supporting me over there. Thank you guys. I fucking appreciate it. People have been asking my opinion on the game. They wanted to know what I thought, so this is it. Just a quick first look, first impression. I don't really know what you call it. I'm just not impressed. My name is Big Fry. Shout out to the Fry Nation. And I'll see you on the next one.